Well, that was fun. I got my accessories and I met a guy on a scooter, 6 years old, looks like he's 40, has 2 sons that race, and I was talking to him about his scooter. He has a 350cc scooter that can go 90. Oh, sounds like a lot of fun, man. I wouldn't mind a scooter. Automatic, you know, nice and comfy. And a CC like that, 350, you still have good horsepower. I think I'll take a ride downtown to the coffee shop and see if I can find my friend. See if they're down there hanging out. Wow, this lady's determined. Works out for me. I was about to go on the curb, but there's no exit right here, so I'm probably willing to. I don't like to merge, even if traffic says they're turning, because you never know when someone just has their turn signal on wrong. Oh, and this guy didn't even see me. Luckily I saw him, or her. Yep, just another day of riding in California as Invisible Man. I'm just gonna lane split because I don't want to get rear-ended. Nothing wrong with going to the front at lights. Keeps your butt protected. I don't like things going up my booty. I need to work on always having my GoPro running. I might as well do a series of unedited videos just showing me ride. Might help someone out, but even if it doesn't, I guarantee we're gonna catch a lot of crazy shit. And even if we don't, even better, because that means no crazy shit's happening to me, right? So my ride should be safer with the power of a camera. But we'll see. I don't think a magical camera is gonna stop anyone, or, you know, just having my camera is gonna stop anyone from being a dumbass. I can't believe people on bikes are on the same street with cars. It seems so stressful. Just in time to fuck up my light. Go on. Go on. Cycle Gear is a pretty good store, in my opinion. They've always done right by me. I've heard some bad things about them, but to me, it's a great place to go for any accessories or trying some gear. I bought a helmet from them, and it's served me really well. It's the one I'm using right now, actually, and it's my favorite one. And every time I've needed something from them, they've had it. So I also went and bought all the freeze out gear because it's winter here and it does still get cold occasionally. It gets down to 40 or less at night, usually about 44 degrees. But being close to the ocean, the wind gets a little bit chilly. So I didn't want to live in pain. I mean, I used to, as a new rider, I'd ride no matter what. I figure, especially a winter, you know, shit ain't gonna stop me. So I would ride in snow and pouring rain just for fun and a challenge. And snow is hard to ride in. It's easy going a straight line, but hard when you have to turn. But I think those days of bundling up to the extreme are over for me. Ever since I got heated grips and windproof gear, I've been a spoiled little bitch about it. and I don't like to ride without it ever anymore. Ugh. But I'm getting older too, so my tolerance for extreme shit seems to be going away already. But I think I earned my stripes. Definitely had some trials by fire, going out and riding in 20-degree weather for a few hours because I couldn't not ride. Why is this guy slowing down so much? We're not going to make the light. Good. I wonder how many people are inspired to get into motorcycles by seeing me riding around, just like I was inspired by another rider I saw a long time ago now, and that's what got me into riding. But who knows? I hate when I shift and I hear that sound. Traffic is so heavy here from all the people that it lasts until like 6 or 8 o'clock, depending on the day. Ridiculous. Then depending on the road, around after 4 o'clock, all the twisties get overpopulated by cars for at least the next 3 hours, and then by that time, it's already dark. So after 4 o'clock, I try not to ride. Huh. That guy had a motorcycle backpack. Same brand as mine. It's pretty cool. He's on the wrong kind of 2 wheels though. This area has a lot of cops, but that's why I just obey the law, and so far I haven't been hassled. I've noticed a difference between hassling when I ride my GXR 600, which GXRs have terrible stereotypes, and when I ride very, very expensive brand new bike, I get treated different, which is sad because I ride pretty much exactly the same. But what am I complaining about, right? I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Jogging seems like such a slow way to exercise. For the life of me, I fucking hate running. I think it's why I love motorcycling so much as a sport, even though it's very much a sport, especially when you get into track. But I say sport with quotation marks because, I mean, you're sitting down half the time. There. But if you really get into cornering, then I know my legs have gotten a lot buffer from hanging off and such. Some guy usually has a booster parked at one of these houses, and I didn't see it just now. Maybe I'll be able to see him at the shop, but he's probably somewhere else. One thing I enjoy about living in the city and living in California is the surplus of downtown areas to go to for entertainment. There's so many that you can almost never get bored, because if you don't like the one in your town, then you can go to the next one. If you don't like that one, you can go to the next one. If you don't like that one, you can go to the next one, depending on how far you're willing to go. But that's if you're into downtown type stuff, I guess. I just like riding through it because I'm a tool sometimes, and I like to show off for hot women. But, you know, I don't go to bars or anything, so it's only as fun for me as riding around is. But honestly, I'd rather be riding than hanging out anywhere else, really. nothing quite as fun as riding that I found out yet. Some other things come pretty close, like snowboarding and longboarding and other stuff that makes me go fast, but bikes, nigga. Bikes. Honda of Oakland. You're a bit far from home, huh? Dogs. Hate motorcycles, and I'm not sure why. Kind of want to look that up. And I notice all these dudes staring at me. Why can't your wife stare at me? And you know, I like to wave to even motorcycle cops because they didn't ask to be cops. Well, yeah, they did. But they're no different than you or I just because they're cops. In fact, they're still motorcyclists and still have to put up with the same people on two wheels that I do. So if you have to do that, you get a hand signal from me. And just talking to the guy I met, you know, he's a hardcore rider in the past, but now he's moved onto a scooter because he's 6 years old. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just because someone's on a scooter doesn't mean they're not a rider. You never know who's on the scooter. So don't be a dick. That's just how I figure it. Do I want to go home and install it? Or do I want to go around and ride? I really want to ride, obviously. Oh, I left my headphones out of my jacket. Well, they're not really going anywhere. But, what do I want to do? 5 o'clock. I think I'll go home and watch The Wire and put it on because it's getting kind of dark and I don't want to run into any deer. Oh, all this fucking traffic. It's making shit worse. The twisty roads I want to go on are still going to be backed up by everyone. So, like I said, that's the bummer of living around so many darn people. This is the most entertaining video ever. Stop signs and how to safely negotiate them. Trick number 1 to safely negotiating a stop sign. Wait until all the cars are gone. And then proceed as fast as possible while maintaining a safe speed. This is a fun road up ahead. Residential back road. Because that main road there takes you through the town I just went through in a different way, but it's chock full of cops. Chock full of cops. They're always there, and even though it's a long, probably 3-mile road, it has a freaking 25-mile speed limit, so I try to avoid it. Lights take forever during this time. Fuck. And then it's my turn. There's a freaking Prius tailgating me behind me. He must think he's quick. We'll see if he can creep up through the turns. And hopefully there won't be any police. The only risk about doing this kind of stuff and messing with cars that think they're fast is making sure you don't get rear-ended when you have to stop. This happens to me quite often. Here in California, people in the fast lane often go up to 100 miles an hour during the day, so you get used to people going fast behind you, and you just learn to either go faster and keep them aware, or you make sure to get the fuck out of the way by pulling over or something. This guy's pretty slow though, so hardly a danger to me. And now they're gone. Huh, that was fun, I guess. Not really. Honestly, I used to be into racing cars and shit, but meh. I got over that pretty quick. Once you realize that nothing short of a Lamborghini or some pimped out race car can beat even a 600, then you really don't care to mess around when you have a 1300 with pitiful surf of cars, pitiful surfs, you know, like Toyotas and minivans that think they're fast. I just laugh at them. Those are generally the ones that want to race too and shit, so whatever. I think we'll go the long way home and enjoy ourselves. Some nice twisty streets, as twisty as streets get. No reason to sit behind slowpoke drivers. You're only slowing me down and creating a danger, so whatever. It took me a while to figure out how to be mature on a motorcycle. Done a lot of stupid squiddly stuff in the past, and I try not to, though at times I still enjoy going fast. But I always used to get pissed off at people that buy really nice fast cars and then just ride them like they're Toyotas. I feel like it's a waste of the vehicle. Give it to someone that'll use it right. So I believe in using my bike the way it's meant to be used. And I know a lot of people say, well, take it to the track. Well, I have another bike for that, and that shit's expensive. So I don't know, I'm starting to think that that track shit, take it to the track, is like some business promoting seed planted in the motorcycling community to benefit riding schools and track lessons. But the only reason I don't fully believe that is because I've been to a track day, and it does improve your skills, and it does help you learn skills as a rider in a safer environment. And I love it. I do enjoy track, but all this constant take it to the track, take it to the track. I mean, you can learn things without going to the track. In fact, if you're not at, I personally feel like I've hit a wall of my skill on the street, because any faster on the street is too dangerous for my comfort zone. And I don't want to push my limits, because I know I'm in a sketchy area pushing my limits where one mistake can end badly for me, and I don't want that to happen on the street. So I think that's when people should worry about going to a track. But I hear newbies all the time, I just want to get good enough to go to a track eventually and stuff, and then they're like, maybe after a month or two before, then I can go to the track and get into it. And I'm like, yeah, you could, but unless you're an exceptionally skilled rider, after 4 months or you're very dedicated, after 4 months you're not going to be good enough to even really keep up on the track. And I honestly feel like you're not going to get your money's worth unless the payment that you're after is simply having a safe place to go as fast as you want. And your fast might be slower than everyone else, but there's people like that at track days. And you just get grouped accordingly, and it's a safe environment to practice, so there's that benefit to it. But personally, when I go to a track, I want to improve my speed and go as fast as I possibly can. So I'm not going to try to go if I'm not already as fast as I can possibly be out here. But I know that's definitely a personal opinion, and there's nothing wrong with going to a track earlier than that. But don't rush it. No reason to rush it. I mean, there's still going to be track days in a year or two from now when you're more experienced. And you know, as you gain experience, you'll look back on how you were when you used to ride, and you'll laugh to yourself and think, holy shit, how did I survive that? Because I did some dumb shit when I was learning to ride. Because I taught myself using the internet. No one else really rode that I knew, because I was younger at the time, around 16 or 17, and I didn't have anyone to teach me. An older retired rider gave me some tips that helped me get going, but from then on it was just me figuring shit out. I mean, I remember when I figured out counter steering, I read about it, I tried it, I told my friend, and he's like, you're not supposed to turn the handlebars. My brother said if you turn the handlebars, your bike might fall down. And I was like, what? And advice like that, myths like that, are why I do not. It's pretty much why I do these videos, because I know the right advice. Everything I say, trust me, I wouldn't say it if I didn't know. And some people may agree with what I say, but realize everything I say is a matter of opinion. There's many different ways to ride and many different techniques to learn and styles, but I just teach the way I do things, and I've done pretty well so far. So, oh, look at me, I didn't check my mirror. Oh no, good thing I didn't get anything up my tail end. I like riding my visor open, but I know it reduces the sound quality for you guys, but whatever. I know you can still hear me too, so fuck it. It's remarkable how much, how fucking boring it is to drive a car. Now, I've driven a high-performance vehicle, but it was an AMG S550 Mercedes, so it was more of a luxury sport. So I've never driven something hardcore like a Corvette or a Ferrari or something, but I can't imagine it being fun after you've owned one of these babies. Because as soon as you own one of these babies, you instantly have a vehicle capable of beating pretty much any expensive car in, you know, a straight, but it all depends on your skill. And that's where the fun comes in for me, because as good as you can get is pretty much as fast as you can go, and I want to just be as fast as possible for some reason, some inexplicable reason. I don't know why the hell I want to do that, get as fast as possible, but I actually expressed that to my group of riding friends the other day, and they made sense when they say that they just want to they just want to be the best they can possibly be for themselves. And it's more of an ego thing, you know. You take pride in being able to do things that other people cannot do, and I think that's a large source of why I take motorcycling so seriously. Because honestly, motorcycling is my life. There's hardly a day where I don't ride, but I do put out of the way if I have responsibilities. But pretty much every chance I get, I'm on two wheels, and I even run errands on two wheels and such, and I just prefer it overall. I drive my truck. I have a Silverado, and I drive that as a last resort because it's not as fun at all. But, you know, sometimes it's nice too. It's nice to go to a twisty back road and be able to have fun on it because you're in a car with two headlights instead of one, and a shit ton of body mass to protect it from the deer that's gonna run out of the bushes. But oh, I'm so sorry for coughing. Oh, I have this chest cold. It must sound terrible, but I'm not gonna edit this, so that's the real me, I guess, right? But this guy. But you know, when you're driving a car, there's just so many bads about it. In my truck, I know it's a truck, it's not a performance car, so things may vary depending on your vehicle, but in my truck, my blind spot is huge and numerous. You know, it's slow and sluggish, it's heavy, can't be, you know, can't escape things, it fucking has terrible road feel. I feel like I'm floating, which is the feel that people want to have in cars for a smooth ride, but honestly, I want to know what the road feels like. And you know, it's just no fun, no skill required. When I started learning how to corner on a bike, I instantly knew better how to corner in a car, because it's pretty much the same if you look at advanced driving